Hi everyone, my name's Anthony Cummins and today I'm going to tell you how you can get your own custom made Scottish Targe. That's a Scottish shield basically from scottishshield.com. Right, for those who don't know me, I save up my birthday money. My family always give me a little bit of cash because over the years and over the months I save up different bits of cash so I can buy armour and weapons and things like that, which I do love. However, I like things to be as custom or as bespoke, I don't like using that word, as possible. And I've always wanted a Scottish Targe since I was about 19 and I'm now 42, so I thought it was time I bought one. And I asked Stephen at Scottish Shield if he could make me a Cummins tartan, Cummins crested Targe, and he said yes. So here it is, let me show you. So this is what he made. I'll go through this more in a moment and tell you how we got to this design. But I want to show you, there's the quality, it's so good. You can just feel how good a quality it is. But look at that, the Cummins tartan on the back. This is Cummins modern tartan. It comes with a hanging part. Of course, it comes with the full holding malarkey. But also, it comes with this lovely seal, which you get with his business card, like if you want a little label with his business on it. It is absolutely rock solid, rock sturdy, and I'm going to show you why I came up with this design. Oh, just to set the record, I am making my house as Cummins as possible without going overboard. So you can see there on the right, Cummins Modern with the crest Cummins and clan history. Now in my bedroom, I have all of the tartans from St Kilda. So please, please, please go to St Kilda. I got all the tartans from them with the horns from my father, which are some of the best horns I've ever seen. They are superb. But on the other wall, on the other side, that's the Cummins clan crest that I have created. More about that in a moment. But that is the one I've put together on the Targe or something close. That is the famous Cummins picture that most people from the Cummins clan know. It hangs about. Now that's my 10 generations back Cummins line. But unfortunately there's a female in the middle. But still we can trace it back 10 generations. And William Cummins on the left from the 1700s. Now if we go further up, you'll see that actually we also have the male generations back 5. So as you can see, I'm developing the Cummins identity within the household, and we have 10 generations back, but it does go through one female. So technically, the name probably should have been different, but we have 10 generations of Cummins going back, but we have 5 generations of male Cummins. And but I don't mind, we go off both. That's the name I've been born with, so that's the name I've got. So of course I had to pick a tartan. Now as you saw, I've got all the tartan from St Kilda there, all framed up, which is excellent. Make sure you get your tartan from them, and nowhere else. I'll have you nowhere else. And so of course I had to choose one that I like the best. Now I've gone with Cummins Modern. Now actually what I am going to do is, when I can afford it when I sell a few more books, is probably register my own tartan version of this and call it Cummins of Lancashire, because that's where we were from. We're originally from the northeast, but we moved down into Lancashire, and then in the 1960s, 70s, Lancashire was turned into Manchester. So we're the Manchester Cummins, but basically Lancashire lads. So that we've gone with the Cummins Modern for this at the moment. So the crest, guys, the crest. As you may know, many crests today are not the registered crest they should have done. They're generic. Everybody knows this when you start learning about heraldry and start looking at things. And your actual crest can be very, very different. And a lot of the time, most people don't have a crest. It's not registered. That's not what it is. But probably in the old days, the clans were connected to different people. And probably the Cumminses are from Norman ancestry over in France, which were actually Vikings who settled in Normandy, the Northmen. And they came over with William the Conqueror and probably had heraldry and crests, as much as we can say that many of them would have identified their crest, or at least the crest of their lord or clan chief or head. Because remember, it's not always Scottish. Just being Cummins is not always Scottish. It actually is the Scots. A lot of the Scott noble families are actually William the Conqueror's lot as well, aren't they? So what we find when you go through the history of the generic crests is the wheat sheaf, and you also find the lion rampant with a Ryan Lampant with a blade in its hands, and the motto is always courage. So I was like, right, I don't want just the generic one because everybody's got the generic one. So I specifically made 3 wheat sheaths in a triangle above a lion to identify as me. Stephen, must admit, I wasn't massively clear with Stephen, so I would have preferred this up there to follow the design I had made, but you know, it's my fault. I didn't really specify. I just gave him the crest, and I wasn't too specific. So please, when you're getting your crest made, do be specific on what you want, because he's not a mind reader. I just assumed that, you know, because it was in that shape, he would do it in that shape, but I don't mind at all because it's such a good quality shield. So I've asked him for an almost ready black leather, and as you can see now, hopefully 3 wheat sheaths means the Cummins. A lion rampant with a dagger means a Cummins, but hopefully when you see a lion rampant with a dagger or sword with 3 wheat sheaths, then you know it's the Cummins of Lancashire. And eventually I'll get another one made because I think it's so good. I'm going to get another one made. When I get my own tartan created, I'll get a couple of them made for the wall, maybe 5, and with them in the diameter, the chevron shape at the top. So there you go, guys. So I'm going to talk to you about the websites, guys, but here's my sword, just a quick interlude. We're going to go on to the websites next. So that's the sword I'm going to show you in a minute, so please stay with me. I painted that wonderful jester, which goes in the corner there, give the house a bit of quirkiness. And I actually painted a map of the stars because I go out and check the stars because I live in literally the middle of nowhere. I did the Northern Hemisphere, and I did it in October 2019. Right, guys, please do go to St Kilda. So they absolutely have done me a great turn. They've sent me lots of tartan in the past. They sent me books. I'll do a review on that. But here's me looking through. It's a screenshot of me looking through the store. As you can see, it's stkildastore.com, and I'm looking through the Cummins clan, and you can literally pick whatever you want in the sort of the Cummins tartan. So I'll be going through and be buying stuff in the future. So I hope, guys, please just go and stop and have a look. See what you think. Oh, this is the Highland Targe Workshop. This is scottishshield.com. And as you can see, this is all the shields that Stephen Hay does. So please go along, get to the website, have a look, see what you think. It's superb. So have a look and choose what you want and get in touch with them and see what you can get made for your family. Now you have to be careful with tartan because you can overdo it. Unless you've got like a lot of money to buy a flush suit and be really, you know, in there, then you've got to put tasty bits of tartan around. So normally I always wear black, but I did buy this. Now unfortunately I couldn't get it from St Kilda because they didn't do them, but I did get this from Shop Scotland, and it's of course the Cummins tartan. So and then you can see, so they match. There's the matching one, but of course you can be overkill on tartan, so don't. Just keep it, you know, keep it minimum or minimal, unless you go full tartan suit, which is about 600 or 700 quid. Do you know what I mean, on the older thingy? So bit by bit around this house, you can see it's starting to become unique, and you can start to see that it's definitely a Cummins household. Now, let me show you, of course, another painting I did, because the Cummins come from the sort of Norman invasion, if you like. Then we've got to look at the type of knights that came over then. Now, this I drew with my cousin. My cousin drew it and I painted it, and you can see there are 3 golden wheat sheaths. Golden black, which are my favourite colours. So you can see just wheat sheath, and wheat sheath. So this represents the Cummins that came over at the beginning with the Norman conquest, and to show the continuation from hopefully the days of the Cummins then all the way to me, through different branches of the family, of course, but I assume in the same manner. What I'm going to do now is show you how Stephen Hay went through it. So there's the wooden board underneath. That's the tartan come over. He is a little bit skewy, but that's not his fault. But the measurement was slightly off, so do be wary of that. Now, this leather that he first used is not the leather that ended up on the Targe itself, but basically he found a better leather. But here's the process. He took some photos at the start, and there's the process. He cut out the lion for the middle. It's made out of, like, I think, a black leather with painted on top, and then he started putting all the different bits and bats in there. You can see around the outer circle. So this is a cold steel blade. It's extremely extremely sharp and extremely sort of battle ready, if you like, in the sense that it's a good cutting sword. Now I fully intend to get the Cummins crest engraved there, and maybe something there, you know, from somebody who makes signet rings. I would love that done with the Cummins crest. So as you can see, sword, shield. I've got my dirk over there, which is also cold steel. I'll show you that in a minute, but very, very good quality stuff. The idea is that you love your ancestry, love where we've come from. The sword in the West is one of the greatest symbols of power. It's one of those things that says, you know, a man is a man, and he goes out on the battlefield and does his job. So I've started to build these up in my collection. The dirk is also cold steel. That is a rondel dagger, or sometimes, well, it's not a bollock dagger, but it's a rondel dagger basically, but they're very similar. Stiletto blade, dirk style stuff. The gold I put on myself. I love gold and black, so that's why I've asked Stephen of Scottish Shields to go gold, black. So just, and this was meant to be a blackish. I don't like full black because in leather, because it can look like that fake leather. So I've gone for the sort of like blood tan, and you can see gold, black, gold and black really is the key colour for me. So how do you think, guys? What do you think? I do recommend, guys, you get one. Now for the tartan on the back, you should order it from St Kilda, and then they send it to Stephen. Now they've worked together once through me, and I think I'm the first one. And basically they now know the score. So if you want to get your tartan on the back, you need 55 centimetres. So do be sure that you get the measurements correct. So guys, go to St Kilda to get your tartan, and basically get them in touch with Stephen. They've worked together now, they know what they're doing, so you just need to get it sent to Stephen at Scottish Shields with your tartan. There's over 500 in St Kilda, so do give them a shout, and please at least visit the website just to say you've been there and have a look and see if there's anything you like. Right guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much for Stephen for the shield. Extreme gratitude goes to St Kilda for the tartan which they gave me, because I helped do these videos for them, and they have been nothing but helpful. Nothing but helpful. So when you go over to St Kilda, or you go over to Scottish Shield, say Anthony Cummins sent me, and I've come here for you know, my own custom stuff, and I would like to buy some stuff. So there you go guys. Don't forget, it comes with its own hanging utensil, which is, you've seen it on the door, and I do recommend you get things like this, especially if you have Scottish ancestry, simply because it is just nice to keep A, craftsmen in the trade, B, keep the tartan makers going, and C, have something that you can pass down, which we just don't do anymore. We're a throwaway culture, so you need something that you can pass down. So let's do it. Okay guys, let's do it. Right, see you later. Get over to their websites and enjoy.